Okay. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve. Matthew 20. The challenge to serve. Although just 13 years old, D'Avion took up a challenge to serve others. He and his mom had heard a story about a man who called on kids to mow 50 lawns for free during their summer break. Their focus was to assist veterans, single moms, people with disabilities, or anyone who just needed help. The founder, who had mowed 50 lawns in 50 states, created the challenge to teach the importance of work ethic and giving back to the community. Despite the heat and the availability of other activities a teenager could pursue in the summer, D'Avion chose to serve others and completed the challenge. The challenge to serve comes to believers in Jesus as well. The evening before he would die for all people, Jesus ate dinner with his friends, John 13. He was well aware of the suffering and death he would soon encounter, yet he got up from the meal, wrapped a towel around himself, and began to wash his disciples' feet. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet, he said. Jesus, the humble servant and our example, cared for people. He healed the blind and sick, taught the good news of his kingdom, and gave his life for his friends. Because Christ loves you, ask him who he wants you to serve this week. What about God's love and compassion means the most to you? How can you use your gifts and talents to serve others? I think anytime you're in a position to serve others, any sort of selfless act takes your mind off yourself. I remember years ago, I wasn't depressed or anything like that, but I worked at a bookstore. And the number one, it was a Walden Books. Well, I was like 19 years old. The number one book we sold were romance novels. Number two books we sold were self-help. And so I started reading the most popular ones, just out of curiosity. What are these people reading about? I'm an idiot. I don't, why are they reading this stuff? What's this about? And after reading about a dozen of these top 10 sellers, many of these books said, if you're focused on you and your problem and what you have going on, I should say most, there were 2 or 3 books that said this. When you're in depression or all these things are going on, your whole total focus is on you, go help someone else. Go help someone else. Go serve someone else. Go do something for someone else. Even in your time of need, when you really go help somebody else. Because it changed the attitude. When you're willing to put a selfless act. And they said, and they made it seem like it was instinctive, that it brought other emotions and feelings out of you that helped combat the depression that you were dealing with. If you got it so bad, you're really the self-pity or whatever the case is going on, go help somebody in need. And it wasn't like they said, well, people say, what good is I'm the one who needs right now? Well, what you're going to do by doing this selfless act, helping someone else, it's going to bring something out of you. It's going to help combat this thing you're dealing with. And I thought there was a lot of truth in that. Love you. God bless.